If you have any experience with Detroit diesel engines, this 1959 John Deere 435 should sound very familiar. It definitely does for Gerry Wilson, who farmed about 35 years near Hamiota, Manitoba, until he rented out his land a few years ago. He decided that focusing on collecting and restoring vintage tractors with two-cycle Detroit diesel engines could be an enjoyable hobby.
And I was partly thinking of they're a bit of a novelty as far as the style engine it is, and they were mostly made in fairly limited production, and I thought that they might keep their value maybe better than some of the other tractors.
Wilson purchased the 435 in North Dakota and also went to the effort of finding a pair of two-rib front tires just like it had when it came out of the factory. He told us that when he brought this tractor home, it was leaking antifreeze on one of the injectors, and the 253 Detroit diesel engine was barely running.
The engine had to be rebuilt in it, and I did tires and a couple of oil leaks and painted most of it. But it was reasonable shape. It was not one that had been run a lot of hours.
The restoration project was completed over part of a winter and was made a little easier for Wilson since there was no missing parts. Only about 2,500 of the 435s were built, and this model was part of the last run of the John Deere tractors with upright two-cylinder engines. It was rated at 28 drawbar horsepower and sold mostly in the southern United States, with very few sales in Canada.
And John Deere actually only went one other time with a two-cycle Detroit, and that was in the 80-10, 80-20 run, and they turned out to be a very poor seller. So there was very limited production on them.